Hi all, very good evening. I'm wishing you a very happy new year. My name is Rohit and today I will be going through some basic concepts of economics. So in today's world, we deal with many goods and services which we purchase physically going through market or surfing anything in our internet and we wish to buy any goods and services. So now the most important thing which we should consider in our brain is that any goods or any services which we get, demand and supply of those products play a very vital role. But along with that, we need to also focus there should not be any government intervention so that no products prices be affected other than demand and supply of a product. Now coming to the thing demand, what is basically demand? Demand is nothing but it has two elements in it. What are those two elements? I'll show you just now. So talking about demand, first thing, we want the product or not. So first thing is want. Second thing is purchasing power. Any product which doesn't have the backing of purchasing, that product cannot have the same demand. Now, you all be thinking like, why? I can't demand anything from you or anything in the market. But we need to see that, do we need to purchase anything which is freely available in this world that cannot have demand? Reason being, I'll show you an example. You see here, we do demand it, but we don't have to pay for getting of the air. We don't need the purchasing thing. The purchasing power doesn't come in things. Now, at the same thing, we should also be looking, there is a difference between want and demand. Want is a component of demand. Okay? Thus, any product which I may think of buying, I can think, no problem. But do we have the purchasing capability to buy the product or not? Now coming to demand, what is demand actually? Demand is anything which is related to a particular product or service which we buy from any market or physically going through market or getting the product through any digital world like internet browsing or anything. Now what is demand? We have understood it. Now let me show you some things on which demand of a product varies. First is price of the product. Now talking to price, which is the most important element in demand, is that any product which prices goes down, the demand of the product will generally goes up. Any normal product which we use in our day-to-day lives or anything. Now just have a look. We must have visited like sales in Flipkart or any app.
Sorry to interrupt you, but there is a much demand of gold in the market, but the prices are still high.
I'll continue the topic. Thank you. Thanks for that lovely question which you have put up. I'll go through that. We have not covered like exceptions of demand. Basically, right now we're going to start we are rather discussing the demand of the product. The factors on which demand of a product varies. Now, price of product is a very important thing. So, price of the product once this goes down, the demand will go up. Okay, the demand will go up, and vice versa. Second thing is cross demand or supplementary demand. Now, basically, what is supplementary? Now, we all love like standard cars, Mercedes, and whatsoever, Audis and all, fine. Now we all are very much fascinated with the luxury goods or lovely sporting cars. Now, we need to also think that prices of cars can also be depending, like demand of those products can also be depending on certain things, like prices of the fuel, which have many supplementary products. Okay. Second thing is, so which I'm talking about is cross demand. About the third thing is joint demand. What is joint demand? When any products or any services has the capacity to fulfill the desire along with the another product which will also be needed simultaneously. For example, if the prices of any computer related services like hardware and software, hardware and software. Now, if either of these products prices go up or down, the demand of the product will increase or decrease. If the prices goes down, the demand of the hardware or any software will simultaneously increase for any computer peripheral devices. Talking about composite demand. Now, what is composite demand? Any product which has the ability to fulfill the desire along with certain other products and services. For example, I'd like to explain a product like electricity. It is used for domestic purpose as well as commercial purpose. Now, we all live in our houses, we need electricity, so that's our basic need. So prices of the product, if prices of electricity increases, if the government increases or any company which provides electricity, if the price of those products increases, so we like to think that to use those electricity and to use the electric equipments, we like to start using it very judicious. So this is called composite demand. Now, one of our beloved student present over here asked me about gold. Now, may I know your good name, sir?
Others.
So, hi, others. So, now talking about this price, I not only mentioned like it will be going up. Now, certain products like gold, which has now appeared, or anything like any jewelry thing, like diamond, which people like to show it off and use. Okay, now if the prices of product, as you say that the gold is increasing, now some people who have a good financial background, they would like to purchase those products whenever the product's price is at maximum level or it's increasing. So those products, they are called exception to law of demand. Now coming to like the most important thing, it's the best example to give right now. We are having winter in India over here. So first thing we'd like to see, substitute goods. Now why did I say winter? You'll be imagining. Now in winter, we don't consume cold drinks or any soft drinks or anything. We drink or we like to have tea and coffee. And the others, you must be having a number of friends, right?
Yes.
You must be visiting, like in your spare time, visiting some cafes like ICSE, Starbucks. Okay, now think, most often than not, your pocket doesn't have that much of money, right?
Yes.
So, if the prices of tea goes up, okay, What do you think? Will you stick to tea?
No, I would rather choose coffee.
Sure. Yes. There comes the substitute effect or substitute goods. Then you'll be more likely to go to Starbucks easily and have coffees and snacks over there. So these are called substitute goods. Now coming to the next type of demand. This is called derived demand. Now basically what is derived demand? You buy a good or you purchase certain product. Now, if that product has a capacity to fulfill your want or desire, along with that, you also feel to buy that product with which the product which is bought at initially will affect the demand of the product which can be used along with that. Same thing goes with car and petrol. Buy a car, along with that you also be needing fuel to run your car. Now we have another thing which is called direct demand. It is also a kind of thing, just like related to having petrol, you can say. For example, you have a breakfast, right? Many of our friends, what do you prefer to have? Something like bread and butter?
Yeah.
So bread and butter is an example of direct demand. What we have, like you need butter, right? So once you need butter, once you love to have your bread, you will not simply have your bread. You also want something along with that to have your bread. So bread and butter can jointly fulfill your demand. Now, coming to, we have mostly covered like what are the types of demand. So I'd like to now start with some other topic. So I'm erasing it off. I would like to discuss now factors affecting demand of a product or any services. First thing, now talking about factors. First thing is income. Right? Now, in this also, we have the same thing. Once our income increases, we have the tendency to buy those products at a higher amount. Will be having more purchasing power to buy that particular product. Okay. So once our income increases, the demand of the product will also increase. The quantity I'd like to buy more. Second thing is prices of related products. Now basically it's all about it is all about substitution effect. Okay. Now talking about food. We go to any market, okay, vegetable market or anything. So let me give you a very good example. Let me take example of chicken, okay.
Chicken and mutton.
Yes, you get it right. I'm talking about chicken and mutton. Now we see this in India. We have a matter session going on over there, right? Now we can see that the prices of chickens are quite high right now. Now if we find that the prices of chickens are rising, okay. So what do you think? We like to purchase mutton if it's something somewhere near to the chicken cost.
Of course, I would obviously choose mutton.
So if chicken's price is increasing, we like to have mutton or any something substitute meat which can fulfill our demand somewhere over to the price which we are getting about chicken. Okay. Number 3 which we have. Taste and preferences. Now, taste buds is a very important factor for any human being. Okay. Now, once we see our taste and preferences changes, our demand for that product will go up or down. What do you think?
For what?
If our taste and preferences changes, the demand of the product will increase or decrease.
Demand can increase or decrease likewise.
No,
Depending on the product.
precisely if I'm speaking with it. If your taste, for example, you love to go.
Oh, the demand will obviously decrease if I offer something.
Exactly. Let's give a very good rival company example, which we talk about KFC and Domino's. Now, if KFC starts increasing its price, okay, you like to go to Domino's? And if
I would rather go to Domino's, Pizza Hut than Domino's.
yeah, same only. So if Domino's increases its price, so what will happen? The demand for Domino's will go down and people will switch to KFC. More or less they provide similar products. Okay. Now, most thing in India, okay, or any nation, what we think? Price expectations. अब इससे आप लोग ज्ञान मत देने लगिए कि एक्सपेक्टेशन ना रखा करें, वो दूसरी चीज होती है. This is something different. Now what we do? We see in India, right? We get n number of new vegetables which we find in India in winter. So what do you think if potatoes, this is season we get new potatoes. Now, just it's the time where the new potatoes are coming up in the market. Okay. Now what happens? What do you think? Fine, let me wait for some more time. The price, the potato will increase or decrease. Okay. So what do you think? When new potato comes up, we'll say no, we'll hold on. Let the price more decrease more, and then we'll think of buying. So for that moment or that particular time period, we are stopping ourselves to consume potatoes, and because while we are expecting the prices of those potatoes or which has come to the market recently to go down more, and then we like to consume. Okay, so basically, so price expectations is also a thing. Now, the most important, which I always say, is price of the product. This should be coming first, but this we have initially discussed. So now we'll speak about price of product. So this is a simple thing. If the prices will go down, people will tend to buy those products that time. So once the prices goes down, the demand will increase, and vice versa. If the price increases, the demand of the product decreases. So basically we have covered the factors which on which the demand of any product increases or decreases. A factor that determines the concept of demand. Now we'll be talking about factors determining market strategies. Now we have to broadly look into this, okay? Which we discussed earlier. This was just for a specific individual or group of people. Now we are looking broadly into what is how demand for products and services broadly affects the market for the whole group of people living in today's world. Now the first thing is income distribution. People like me who are salaried employees, what we do, we spend our money or salary which we have among different goods and services which we need in our daily life. Now, we do not distribute our income on an equal proportion with whatever goods and services which we purchase from market. Now those products which we mainly use in our daily life, if those products and services prices increases, we cannot use our money properly, which fulfills our daily demand. For example, taking about grocery thing. If grocery has most amount of money to be spent in our daily income, if any of our grocery products, for example, just take it as like rice, flour, anything which we have, what we do, if those products price increases, it will have a negative impact to the market demand. Because what we do, the prices of product, if those products like wheat, rice, if those increases, we have to justify our income in that way so that we can fulfill our demand. Second thing is age. Demographic pattern of a country. Now if any products and prices, they are interrelated, as I already said you, but the price of products and services will also matter depending upon who is the purchaser. Now, talking about in today's world, most of us are fitness freaks, right? Yes or no, Adarsh? Do you give importance to fitness?
Not all the time, but I do once in a week.
So people like youths who are there in our country, they focus on fitness?
Yeah, they do.
Now, for example, let's think that you have created your own gym in your room, a virtual gym. So this was it for today. Thanks for the session and making it very interactive. Kindly go through all the things which I have been showing in this video. It was a nice session with you guys. I would sing in this session today. Kindly like and subscribe to Sumit Institute. We'll be covering more certain topics related to demand, like demand scope and schedule. Until then, keep following this channel, keep revising, keep studying. All the best, guys. Bye bye. Take care.